Welcome to how to use the Heska Element COAG Plus. Here is everything that you're going to need. You will of course need the COAG machine itself, test strips to run PT, APTT. If you decide to pull the blood and use a citrate tube, you will also need to use the recalcification reagent. The easiest way to run this machine is by using whole blood, going straight from the syringe to the test strip. Using a citrate tube is using a larger sample from the patient, having to use the recalcification reagent, and adding steps to the process. Once you have entered the test strip, you will have 10 minutes to put your sample in. Here is the box of test strips. It comes with 12. We're going to run a PT-APTT, and here we have the test strip in its packaging with the little tabs to help us open it up. Let's get started. The power button is on the side here. You're just going to press that and let go, and then give it a second. Once the screen lights up, we're going to go ahead and hit test. Select if it is a cat or dog, and hit the next button. Then you're going to enter the sample number, which we're going to use the patient ID. This is linked to our system, so the results should go to the correct patient depending on the patient number. So go ahead and get the test strip out. You're going to want to make sure that you don't touch anything other than the end. You want the red side facing you, and just go ahead and insert it until it matches up with the circle and the well. We're going to scan the barcode. And once that happens, we hit yes, and then it's going to start the countdown. So then we're going to go ahead and draw our blood with our very well-behaved patient here. Wow, he is cute. And wow, amazing blood draw. Discard the first drop, and then put the next drop right into that sample well. As you can see, it sucks it right up, and it starts a countdown that it is running. Once that happens, it's going to pop up with your results. You're just going to go ahead and throw that test strip away. So now we're going to show you what happens if you use a citrate tube. Here is the recalcification agent. Take that lid off, and there is actually a little tin there that you have to puncture through. So be prepared for that. And we're going to rock our tube for about a minute before we even run this test, and I like to give it a good rock before I run it in the machine itself. So then you're going to go ahead and shove that through there. I like to just invert this a few times before we stick it back into the machine. Rocky. Okay, I think we're good. So we're gonna go ahead and get our test strip ready. Same thing as last time. Pick your species, enter your patient ID number, and then hit next. It's gonna ask for that test strip. We're gonna go ahead and take it out without touching anything. And then we're gonna go red side up, push it in there. That little white circle should line up with a hole in the actual test strip. We're gonna go ahead and scan that barcode. Boop. Okay, and then we're gonna hit next, and then it's gonna say go ahead and put that sample in. And it's still gonna give you that long countdown, even though you don't really need it this time. So you're gonna pipette the amount back up, and you actually only need a tiny bit in here. I wasn't too sure, but you can see the blood definitely just went up into the machine. And then it's gonna start that countdown again, reading the test. Altogether, I'd say both tests took like maybe 3 minutes to run, and the numbers were pretty close. They were actually both from the same patient, so pretty cool. And then again, take that test strip right back out, throw it in the trash, and it's gonna go back to the home screen, and you can turn it off from there. I hope you guys